If you have spent any time working or studying in the field of biology, you are probably familiar with the practice of binomial nomenclature, the use of two words to form the scientific name of an organism, typically accompanied by the name of the person who first discovered and described it. If you have spent time working with American insects or snails, you have probably seen these scientific names ending in "say" or "say." This is the call sign of Thomas Say, the father of American entomology and more broadly, American zoology, one of the country's most famous naturalists and scientific explorers, and someone you have probably never heard of. Thomas Say was born in Philadelphia in 1787 to a Quaker family with deep roots in American history and American biology. His paternal line arrived in Pennsylvania with its founder, William Penn, and fought in the Revolutionary War. His great-grandfather, John Bartram, was one of the first notable American botanists, and his uncle, William Bartram, was a celebrated naturalist. William Bartram is who introduced Say as a child to the fields of biology and naturalism. Say then devoted a considerable amount of time to collecting objects of natural history for Bartram's museum. It was after this that Say began his study of natural history, a pursuit he would remain in for the rest of his life. As a young man, Say briefly worked as an apothecary in Philadelphia, but he wasn't particularly good at business. Realizing this, he left his job and began life as a naturalist full-time. In 1812, at just 25, Say became a founding member of the Academy of Natural Sciences of Philadelphia, an institution that became central to American science. The Academy grew out of a private organization which was opened to the public. The Academy was a center for collectors and scientists interested in documenting the new country's flora and fauna. There, Say began methodically describing and classifying insects and mollusks, publishing 38 articles and monographs through the Academy's journal. The Academy still exists today as the Academy of Natural Sciences of Drexel University in Philadelphia, where you can visit it. Shortly after the founding of the Academy, Say was called away as a volunteer in the War of 1812 against Britain, as a member of the 1st Troop of City Cavalry, where he would remain through 1813. After the war, Say ventured west, participating in expeditions that crisscrossed the young nation. One of his most notable excursions was with Major Stephen H. Long's expedition to the Rocky Mountains and the headwaters of the Missouri River in 1819 and 1820. His role was that of a zoologist and collector, bringing back countless insect specimens, shells, mammals, and birds for classification. The specimens he gathered on these expeditions were the raw material for his greatest publication, American Entomology, or Descriptions of the Insects of North America. This work was a first in American science, a comprehensive illustrated record of native insect species with clear descriptions and precise names that could be used by scientists and collectors alike. Say was also an expert in another area of natural history, conchology and malacology, the study of mollusk shells. Around 1830, he began American Conchology, or Descriptions of Shells of North America, a multi-part series intended to document the land and marine mollusks of the continent. The project combined scientific descriptions with full artful illustrations. A key partner in this endeavor was Lucy Way Sestare, a talented artist whom Say met on the journey to New Harmony, Indiana in 1826. Say and Lucy married in 1827, but life in New Harmony was not easy. The settlement faced many hardships, limited resources, disease, and isolation from the broader scientific community. Tragically, the hardship of frontier life and years of relentless work contributed to Say's early death. Say succumbed to illness, likely typhoid, on October 10, 1834, at just 47. He left behind many unfinished works, including large parts of American conchology. Throughout his career, Say described approximately 1,600 new insects, 150 species of mollusk, and multiple vertebrates, including the American coyote. His names appear in scientific epithets of numerous species that continue to bear witness to his contributions, and his methods helped establish taxonomy as a serious scientific discipline in North America. Today, Thomas Say is barely remembered despite being a prolific collector, classifier, and writer, and the founder of the Academy of Natural Sciences of Philadelphia. His last major biography was written in 1992, with the previous being written in the 1930s. Despite this, his works remain valuable references, and American entomology and American conchology stand as monuments to a life devoted to the understanding of the living world.